Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly. Today we're looking at the Mini SE, or the all-electric Mini, or the Mini Electric, whatever way you want to call it. And this is the Ultimate Edition, I think they call it, or the Electric Ultimate Edition. It's probably my favourite of the 4 trim levels that you can get here in Ireland. I was lucky enough to be at the Irish launch of this back in March of 2020, and I reviewed it towards the end of 2020, but there was only level 1, level 2, level 3, whereas this is top of the spec. And what they've taken away is that energetic yellow flashings around the place. It's got some nice decals here on the bonnet. Has that mini vent on the front, but then the whole blocked off. There's an element of some vents in it there, but this is how you know it's a Mini Electric, the fact that that grille is blocked off. Blacked out Mini badge. It has that energetic yellow S, because this is an S, and it has some active cooling in underneath. Full LED matrix headlights, so front on with this blacked out area and without that flashings of that energetic yellow. I think it looks really great. This is island blue. The Mini Electric at the moment only comes in 3 doors, and we're getting to the stage now where we're probably going to be getting a facelift, and there's a couple of pictures floating around the internet of people that have seen the newer version of it, but there's still a lot of these on the road, and it mightn't have the biggest battery, but people like that mini style. Moving down along the side, you'll see you've got these black wheel arches, and that's because with the battery pack in underneath, it's around an extra 500 kg. They've had to put heavier springs in it, and to hide that difference in height, it is you'll notice that this is another reason why you'll see the difference between the combustion engine and the electric. This is the 3-pin socket wheels, originally called the Corona wheels, but they've changed the name on that. You don't have to spec them with these EV wheels, you can spec them without, so you can make it as EV or as non-EV as you want. You've got a nice new side scuttle along here, and the indicator is in that. You've got your gloss black wing mirror, and you can change that for different colours. Has some nice decals down along the side as well, matching the ones in the bonnet. Blacked out door handle, but there is still elements of chrome in it. So overall, the side of the BMW is pretty similar. You just got those energetic yellow markers, identifiers on it, and the front you've got that closed off grille. Spin it around. Moving down along the side, along the back, on the driver's side you have the charging flap for your AC and your DC. On the first edition that I reviewed, the level 3 one, there was a lot of union jackage going on. The only bit of union jackage on this version is the taillights, and as I said in the first review, you can't have it without that, so they're built in, as in they're spec'd on it. Spoiler, small wiper. You have your Cooper with the S badge in that energetic yellow, and then you've got your E identifier as well. Boot wise, you've got your gloss black. It's Mini, same size as a traditional combustion engine Mini. It's 211 litres. There is a subfloor in underneath it, and if you drop one seat down, that drops it up to around 400 or 500 odd litres, and then with the 2 seats down, it's over 700 odd litres. So you're not going to be buying a Mini to be moving house or anything like that, but decent for a bit of shopping or some carry-on bags to the airport. What's it like inside the Mini Electric, or the all-electric Mini, or the Mini SE? Obviously it's a 3-door, so the doors are large. On the door you've got your central lock, and you've got your electric front windows and your adjustable wing mirrors. Small-ish kind of a boot, and you've got your sill plate. It's nicely spec'd. Steering wheel, like I said in the first review, is large. It's a 3-spoke. You've got your digital instrument cluster, which isn't on the regular combustion, but you can spec that now. There's plenty of movement in this, up, down, and in and out. This version I have has the larger infotainment system in the middle, and then on traditional Mini, that's where all your details will be. But up on top of the head unit, you've got your toggle switches for your lights and your SOS button. Then you've got your dual climates, heated seats, You've got your shifter, your handbrake, your media controls. There is a wireless charging unit in the handrest, but you have to make sure your phone it suits your phone. It's slightly too small for my phone, but it is a large phone that I have. Glove box is all right. Overall, oh, you've got a head-up display. I was calling it a heads-up display, but it is a head-up display. Yeah, there's a lot of nice features in here, but again, it's out a couple of years, so that refresh is coming down the line. It's got that dual fabric seats, kind of like a tweed in the middle and a leatherette on the edges. The seats are lovely and comfortable because driving it with that low center of gravity, we'll talk about that when we're out for a drive. You've got USA and USB Type A and USB Type C and a 12 volt all at the front here. A couple of cup holders, seats in the back, as with the last one. They're two Isofix. I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters nearly, and there isn't much space behind me. But if you were a smaller driver, or if you had kids, or you just didn't need the back seats, usually it'd be fine. But it is a bit tight. The level 3 that I had for review originally, and I put that review in the description and on the screen, that one had a panoramic sunroof, so there was a lot more light, and you probably see it here today with that dark headliner, and it's not so sunny outside. It isn't it's not a particularly bright cabin, but there's a lot of glass, so I'd have no problem with that. Let's take it out for a spin. So like driving the Mini Electric. Yeah, it's like a go-kart because it has that low center of gravity, and the Mini always had that. It wouldn't be the sprightliest, and it has an S on it, front and back. But it is 0 to 107.5, I think it is, kilometers. 0 to 107.5 seconds. It has a 32 odd kilowatt hour battery gross, and that brings it back usable then to about 28 point odd. So WLTP, they're saying around 235 kilometers. It's not probably real world 170, 180 kilometers. So if that suits you as your primary car, you don't need a lot of space. It's just something to get you in and out of work, or to bring the kids to school, or to go and get a bit of shopping. Yeah, perfect. The cost, the retail price on the BMW Ireland website, on the Mini Ireland website, obviously it's owned by BMW, the retail on it is starting from, for level 1 trim, 35,715, and then all the way up to the electric collection, which is this one, at just over 46. So, but on the Mini Ireland website, they don't take the grants off it. So there's the SEAI grant, and there's the VRT subsidy as well. So interesting that they don't take it off. You have to figure that out as well. I suppose it's the way of, if things change, they don't have to worry about it. Sticking into sport, so there's 4 different drive modes: sport, mid, green, and green plus. There is no Android Auto. It's only Apple CarPlay, which is a bit of an unusual one. But BMW are very much in the Apple ecosystem. Yeah, it's in sport there now, and it's sprightly enough. There is enough torque in it. Speaking of power, you're looking at 135 kilowatt motor, giving you 186 brake horsepower, and it's front wheel drive. Charging, because it's got that smaller battery, it'll take you 4 hours and 45 minutes to charge on AC, so either a street charger, or destination charger, or your home charger, and then on DC 10 to 80% takes about half an hour. So there are benefits to having that smaller battery. The head-up display is good. It has speed sign recognition, and it has now this electric, or this collection, the electric collection, this trim level has it pretty much everything. It doesn't have a sunroof though, but it has the larger screen, it has a head-up display. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's review. Let me know in the comments if you've already got one, what you think of the Mini Electric or the all-electric Mini. If you're thinking about buying one, why are you deciding on this versus the Hyundai, or what else are you looking at? Yeah. Share the video, give it a like, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks so much for watching.